Hello and welcome back to 5 Minute Study Break. Today we are going to be doing some forward stretches and back stretches and side stretches. To begin with though, I would like you to think of something you really appreciate, something you're very grateful for. As you get up from your work and you look around, what is it that you are grateful for? Myself, I have a pot of soup on the stove today and I can smell it. And I am so grateful on a really cold day to have a pot of soup. Let's begin with a forward fold. These are forward folds and back bends are really important to pay attention to the wisdom that your body is telling you. What are your boundaries? What are your limits? So you may not be able to raise your hands over your head and bend forward. That might be too much for your back. So you can put your hands on your hips or you can hold them out to the side. Just pay attention as you breathe in and begin to bend forward. Hinge from your hips, so keep your back nice and flat and hinge forward until you can feel that nice stretch in across your hips and up your back. And again, if you need to, you should tuck your belly in a little bit, just a little bit, to give support as you hinge forward. And then if you feel like this is a good day to stretch your arms forward, you can hinge forward this way and then come back up, holding your arms in a V shape. So the other piece about folds is our knees. It's really important to have a really good, strong foundation. So your legs, your feet can be 6 inches apart. If you're a narrower hipped person than I am, your feet might be only 3 or 4 inches apart. But whatever feels comfortable so that your legs are going straight down from your hips. And then jiggle your knees. Wiggle your knees back and forth and loosen them up. Because the first thing we want to do when we do forward folds and back fold bends is we want to tighten up our knees and lock them. But we don't want to lock your knees. We want them to be what I would call a micro bend, a little bend in your knees all the time. So when you draw your arms up, you tuck your belly in just gently and you bend forward. Your knees are slightly bent. And then that makes your leg muscles work a little more and your core muscles work a little better too. Okay, so the next part of this segment is we're going to do a back bend. So once again, you might want to have your hands on your hips. If you've got a lower back that is sore, and you can feel that soreness or even pain in it, then you may not even be able to do a back bend. Be respectful of your body and what your body is telling you what you can do or not do. So you tuck in your belly gently. Your knees are a little bit bent. You tuck your butt under just gently, not too tight. And if you want your hands on your hips or out stretched to the side or up in a V, then you start to press your arms back, but you're keeping your head looking forward. And your chest comes up. You raise your chest up like there's a thread that's pulling up, so you're not collapsing down into your back like that. It's a really strong pose, and you bend backwards until it feels a nice stretch, but there's no pain. And again, your head stays looking forward, and that helps to protect your back. And your head, and you come back up again and lower your arms down and shake it out. So the last part of this series is side stretches. So I'm going to raise up my left arm, and I'm going to stretch my right arm down, and then I'm going to begin to bend over towards my lower arm, bending sideways. I'm not bending forward at all. I'm bending just sideways and feeling the stretch all the way down my arm and the side of my body. Now, pay attention to where your weight is. Quite likely it's all on one foot. What I want you to do is shift your weight back so that it's over and evenly distributed between both feet, even though you're bending to the side. And then change your arms, raise my right arm up and extend my left arm down, and I stretch over to the left. And I feel that stretch all down my right side while I keep the weight evenly distributed between both feet. And a nice deep breath in, and one more stretch. And as we come up, you exhale and release. Finally, we'll just do one series. We'll do raise our arms up for a forward fold and down, whatever feels comfortable for you. If your back is sore, you can put your hands on your knees or your elbows on your knees and just rest your back that way. And we come up, and then we do a back fold with our head staying looking forward and our chest out and up, and then back up, and then lower our arms, and then raise your arms up, and this time we'll bend over to my right. I think it'll look like your left. And feel that nice stretch while we keep weight balanced between both feet. Up and over to the other side. Nice long deep breaths to help us stay focused on what our body is telling us. Up, and then slowly lower your arms down. And now you have 3 sets of stretches and activities to do. Your shoulders, for your hips, and for your back now, that you can distribute throughout your day. I encourage you to take a break once an hour, especially when you're doing long stints of studying, and shake yourself out. And 3 spiritual practices that also help you to bring your body and your mind and your spirit together. Gratitude, wonder, and pleasure, delight. What makes you smile? I'll see you again tomorrow.